everybody, Cinema Sickness here with your daily sickness video, and happy Monday to each and every one of you. Yes, Monday, the weekend's over, back to another week, back to the grind, back to work, back to, just another week. Personally, I'm a fan of the weekends, not such a fan of the weeks, but it is what it is. So again, happy Monday to each and every one of you. Let's make the best of it, and I'm going to make the best of today by showing you some pretty cool stuff that I actually got yesterday. So as you know, yesterday, Sunday, ran out to, I was headed out to the Hershey, Pennsylvania area to do some hunting. I was kind of bummed because it was pretty cold out and just not a very nice day, very windy, very cold. I was thinking about maybe going out to like Jake's Flea Market or out to the Quakertown Farmers Market and doing some hunting out there, doing some flea market hunting, maybe find some good deals. But since it was so cold and so windy, I kind of figured it's kind of pointless to go out because I'm not going to be able to really shoot anything because it's so windy. It's going to ruin the audio. Plus, it's really cold. I don't really feel like being outside in that. And probably most people aren't going to be selling stuff because really when it comes down to it, it's like the last weekend of October, pretty much everything dies off. Had it been a nice weekend this weekend, people probably would have been selling stuff this weekend. But since it was so cold, I knew nobody was going to be selling anything. Yesterday it was raining. Nobody was going to be selling stuff. Today it was ridiculously cold. Probably going to be dead there. So I figured it's not even worth running out there. So I decided, I'm going to head out to the Hershey, Pennsylvania area, do some hunting out there. There's a Goodwill out there and a Salvation Army and all kinds of stuff out there. I'm going to head out that way, see what they have going on out there. And it definitely paid off. On the way out there, I see a sign saying flea market open today. Even though I wasn't going to go to any flea markets because it's so cold, I was like, I've never been to this flea market. Let's pull down this road and see what's going on. And it ended up being the, is it Willow Glenn? I'm forgetting the name already. Willow Glenn Flea Market. First time I've ever been there. I've been to that area before to go to the haunted hayride thing they have there, but I've never actually been to a flea market there before. So very cool to find that. I will definitely be hitting up that flea market again come the spring. So I think they're only open until November. They'll be open the rest of this month, I think, and that's it. But unless we have another really nice day, that probably not really going to be anybody out selling stuff. There wasn't a ton of people out selling stuff yesterday either, but still found some really cool stuff there. Found those HD DVDs, found some UMDs, found some cool DVDs. Not a huge haul, but a pretty darn awesome haul of some random and obscure stuff. After that, I was going to head down the street. A few miles down the road, there was a Goodwill. I was just pretty much going to hit that Goodwill up and then head back. Sorry, my nose is all itchy. I think I'm coming down with a cold. So I was going to, probably from being out the flea market today, or from flea market yesterday. So, so going to head down the road, hit up the Goodwill, and see what they had going on there. But unfortunately, the Goodwill was closed. For some reason, they had a big sign up that says November 2nd will be closed. So, unfortunately, nothing going on there. So I decided to just head down the road a little bit further, kind of just, whatever I stop at first, I was going to hit up, and then head back home. Well, luckily, very cool, I see another sign for another flea market, although this one was an indoor flea market, so very cool. I didn't have to be outside. So this is 2 new flea markets in one day. The Glen Mill, or not Glen Mill, what the hell is it called? Willow Glenn. I'm completely forgetting. It's first time over there. I'm forgetting the name of it. Willow Glen Flea Market. First time over there, very cool. Now this new indoor one, which I really don't know the name of this flea market. I'm sure it had a name. I have no idea, but it was an indoor flea market. That's all I saw outside. A sign that said indoor flea market this way. So I pulled in the parking lot, went inside. Pretty cool. I was a little upset at first, a little kind of bummed out at first. I'm walking around looking. I'm seeing this was an old factory they converted into the flea market. So when you first walk in, there's old office spaces, and all it was real people selling real stuff. I mean, there was a shop selling leather jackets. There was a shop selling audio video stuff. There was another shop selling baseball cards. I mean, it was real stuff. It wasn't flea market type stuff. It was people selling real goods. And I was shops that are selling just one type of thing, not a bunch of junk you expect to see at a flea market. So I was kind of all right, this isn't looking good. But I kept on walking, more of the same stuff until finally I turned a corner, and then you enter the warehouse, and that's when things changed up. Once I hit this warehouse area, it all opens up, and there's just junk everywhere, which is what I love seeing. So tons and tons of awesome stuff. At first, I saw some VHS. Not a ton going on there. I did pick up 2. I'll show you that in a sec. So I found some VHS. Pretty cool. Lady also has some DVDs. Nothing really that I wanted. But then I headed around to the back and found some really awesome deal. So all in all, yesterday was an absolutely fantastic day. Ended up hitting up 2 new flea markets I didn't even know about. And the indoor flea market, the one I'm going to show you the stuff I picked up from today, or the one I'm going to show you all the stuff I picked up from yesterday. Am I making any sense? Probably not. It's very early in the morning. That's why I keep saying today. I haven't even gone to bed yet. Very, very early in the morning. So yeah, so the cool thing about this flea market, it's open all year round. So if I ever head back out that area, I can stop in there at any time of the year. I absolutely love that. And like I said, it's indoors, so I don't got to worry about freezing my ass off. So anyway, I've been talking for 5 minutes now. I know I ramble on. Let's get down to it and take a look at everything I picked up because I got some pretty cool stuff here. So like I said, when I first walked into the actual like warehouse area, I saw some VHS tapes, picked up 2 at 50 cents a piece. First I grabbed here was Orphans, very cool. Only ever released to DVD-R, not DVD. So very, very cool to get this. Would certainly love to get the DVD-R at some point, but very cool to have it on VHS. Since like I said, it's never gotten a proper DVD release. Very cool. I've never seen it, but looked very interesting. Definitely want to check that out. And then also grabbed Aerosmith Live, Texas Jam 78, which if I'm not mistaken has also never been released to DVD. Very cool. Some Aerosmith. Gotta love Aerosmith. That's awesome. From 78 too. That is very cool. So 2 VHS tapes, 50 cents a piece. Pretty awesome. Like I said, the lady also had some DVDs as well, but nothing in there I wanted to grab. But luckily, walk a little bit further back into the warehouse, and it completely opens up, and there's just tables and tables and tables of all kinds of junk and stuff. Really cool looking through. Found some film projectors, but they were a little bit too much, and so I didn't know if they worked or not. Wasn't going to really take the chance on, I think they were like, well, they're only like 20 bucks a piece, which is actually a pretty good deal if they were like good working condition, but I wasn't able to properly test them out, so I passed on them, but who knows, maybe someday I'll go back and see if I can plug them up and give them a proper test and run them and stuff. And if they work, maybe I'll pick them up. But sure enough, I'm not really seeing much, in the way of anything that I necessarily want to grab. So maybe there's film projectors until I get to like the very back corner, and what do I find? DVDs and some very awesome stuff. And sorry, my nose is still itchy. Some very awesome stuff, all for $2 a piece. Very cool. So first thing I grabbed here was Georgie Girl. Very, very cool. Love the fact that James Mason's in this. Big James Mason fan, so very, very awesome. Haven't seen this one, but definitely want to check it out. Then we have the Barnes Collection, a PBS documentary, the Enigmatic Man and inspiring collection of art. So this guy just, I guess this is all about his art collection. I don't know. Anyway, it was a PBS documentary. I really didn't need to know more than that. I had to grab that one. This is really cool for, again, $2. $2 for everything. Very cool. Grabbed Stargate Atlantis Season 1 in perfect condition. All these are in perfect condition. All the discs are non-scratched. Very cool to get an entire season of a show for $2. Awesome deal. I've never seen Stargate Atlantis. I've never seen SG-1 either, but looking forward to checking those out someday. And I got the first season of Atlantis, so that is absolutely awesome. And like I said, in perfect condition for $2. That was a steal. Then I grabbed Jurassic Park 3. Now, I do already have this. I had the Jurassic Park franchise collection set. Really cool. It had like the Jurassic Park gates that open up and the discs are inside. It's a pretty cool DVD set. But I kind of regretted getting rid of my my original releases, because I had all the original releases like this, the collector's edition releases, and then I bought that other set, so it was pretty cool, and because I got it for really cheap. I got rid of all these, and I regretted it because I really liked the artwork for these releases. They were all shiny. Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3, all of them had these really cool kind of shiny artworks. They were all collector's edition releases. They were pretty cool looking, and I'm kind of glad. I can't think. Kind of upset that I had gotten rid of those, because they were just really neat looking. So I thought, if I ever come across them for cheap, I'm going to pick those back up just for collecting purposes, because I think they have really cool artwork. And here you go, Jurassic Park 3. So now I need to get Jurassic Park and The Lost World, the cool collector's edition with the kind of metallic shiny artwork. And then I'll have them again in my collection. So found 3, the worst of the bunch, but still found it for $2. Had to grab that. Then some more of the 20th Century Fox Studio Classics collection. This one here being Volume 3. Grabbed How Green Was My Valley, which I had to laugh when I saw the title for this, because nowadays that would mean something completely different than what it probably means for this movie. But very cool. I've never seen this. I know nothing about it. I've never even heard of this movie, but number 3 in the collection, and I want to get every single one of these 20th Century Fox Studio Classic releases. I'm going to get every single one of these eventually. I have a boatload of them already. Didn't have number 3 yet. So I had to grab that. This is really cool. Grabbed Little Big Man, which I do have on VHS. So I'm picking this up to replace my VHS copy. This is a really cool find. This is something I've never come across before on DVD out in the wild. So really cool to come across this one. Very awesome to pick this up and replace my VHS copy. Then I grabbed Bad Blood. I've never heard of this movie, but it was a Tartan video release, and I pretty much grab anything I see with that logo on it. So had to grab this. Looks pretty cool though. You know, I mean, girl there, blood all over the stairs. I don't know. Looks pretty creepy. Usually pretty good. So, like I said, never heard of it, but had to pick it up. Like I do tend to really enjoy pretty much anything with that logo on it. So had to grab it. And then here we go, guys. The Criterion Collection release of The Red Shoes. Very cool. I've been picking up so many cheap Criterion Collection releases recently. I'd say this summer I've gotten like at least 10 super cheap Criterion Collection releases. Just, you know, again, over the last like summer, it's been crazy how many of these I'm picking up. So very, very cool. Great find. Love picking up Criterion Collection releases. This here being number 44. So a pretty early DVD Criterion Collection release. Very, very cool. And $2 for this. That was an absolute steal. Now, this is going to, out of all the DVDs I grabbed, I mean, even better than the Criterion Collection in my opinion. This is something I was so excited to come across. I've been on the hunt for this for a good long while now. I never come across it. Finally did. So excited. And that is Bakugan Volume 4. And my nose is still itchy. Heroes Rise. Very awesome. I already have Bakugan Volume 1 through 6. And I have the Chapter 1 and the Chapter 2 release, which, if I'm not mistaken, is all the DVD releases. But I did not have Volume 4. I had 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, and then the chapter releases. But I did not have Volume 4. And for whatever reason, I just never come across this. I would come across all the other volumes all the time. I was even in a store, I guess it was last fall around this time. I was in a store and I came across volumes 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. And I was like, are you kidding me? This store has every volume but the one I need. And they had them for like really cheap too. I was like, you gotta be joking me. Like, what? Like, come on. I just need Volume 4 to complete my collection. And I never come across it. Finally did. So excited about that because I just been on the hunt for this one for the longest time. And of course, now that I found it, I'll find 20 more copies like tomorrow. It always works out that way. I'm going to come across a boatload of these, I guarantee you. But still, I am so excited to come across Volume 4 in perfect condition for $2. That is awesome. Now I have all the Bakugan releases. Very cool. And then this is awesome. I already had this, but I picked up the 2-disc Blu-ray DVD digital copy combo pack for $2 of Toy Story 3. Yeah, $2 for this. That would have been an awesome find had I not already owned this. But like I say, I do already have this. I don't normally do this, but I had to do it. It was such a good find. I had to do it. I'm picking this up simply to resell it. I'm putting this up on Listia. Disney titles go for a pretty decent amount of points on Listia, especially Blu-ray, especially complete sets that are in perfect condition. This one is in perfect condition. Not a single smudge or scratch on any of the discs. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a decent amount of points for this on Listia. So I'm not a reseller type of guy. I'm not the type of person who goes, oh, that's kind of a rare DVD. I'm gonna pick it up and sell it on Amazon or eBay or something like that. I don't usually do that, but in this case, I was like, wow, $2 for the 2-disc Blu-ray DVD digital copy combo pack of Toy Story 3. I kind of gotta pick that up and put up on Listia and try to get some more points for it so I can thus get some other titles. So yeah, I had to pick it up to resell it. I know. I kind of hate saying that. I hate resellers. I'm not a reseller type of guy, but had to do it. I couldn't pass this one up. So this bad boy tomorrow is going up on Listia. We'll see how many points I get for it. I'm assuming a decent amount. All right, so that was pretty cool. VHS, DVDs, cool cheap Blu-ray to relist on Listia. But in my opinion, what I got right here was the coolest thing of all. 19 of them to be exact. I almost missed these. They were actually they were all piled up in one pile, but they had like some CDs on top of it. And this place had a lot of CDs. And as much as I wanted to look through the CDs and see, you know, did they have any CD soundtracks? There were so many. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Not today. When I go back like next time, maybe I'll look through them. But I was like, I'm tired. I hadn't eaten yet. I was really hungry, and I was like, I'm not gonna look through all these CDs. This is not happening today. Next time, not today. So I almost missed these. Luckily, I saw a little logo sticking out and I freaked out. I was like, oh, look at that. And then I moved the one CD like off the top and there was a whole stack of these. and I was so incredibly excited. And those are Divx titles. 19 Divx discs right here. That is insane. I go up to the front cash register and I ask the lady, I'm like, how much are your Divx discs? And she goes, what are those? So apparently she has these for sale, but she had no idea what they were. She said that she's basically been like, she's been sitting on these not knowing what they were and what exactly a Divx disc was. And I got to give her a little history lesson, told her all about it, the whole failed Circuit City rental program and how it worked and how these are completely unwatchable. There's no way physically of watching these right now unless you're one of the very lucky people who have a player that actually was like, I don't say jailbroken, whatever they call it. They basically took like the security off it, and you can play these, but those are extremely rare, and only like high ups of like Circuit City like had those. Not from what I hear, not even like employees or managers got them. It was like people who were high up in the company at Circuit City had them. So yeah, good luck ever finding one of those. So these are virtually unplayable. There's no way playing them. Your computer will not play them. There's not some program out there that'll play them for you. Believe me, I looked into it, and apparently the reason why there's no program out there that'll play is because they're Divx discs. Nobody besides me and like 5 other people care about these things, and nobody's ever taken the time to break the code. You could very well, somebody could break the code for these discs and make a program that'll play them. It could happen. It's just nobody has any interest in taking the time to do that because nobody collects these things. Nobody has these things. Nobody cares about these things. And I guess that makes sense. It's a shame, though. I'd love to be able to watch them, but it is what it is. You can't. But for collecting purposes, I love buying these. And I found 19 of them. Very cool. So again, got to give the lady a little history lesson. She goes, well, can I ask you a question? If you can't watch them, why would you want them? And I go, because I'm a nerd. I just collect these things. I told her, I'm like, I love collecting weird, obscure formats. Even though I can't watch them, I just love collecting them. And she thought it was funny. And said, well, how about $10 for the whole stack? So basically 50 cents a piece. Sounded good to me. 50 cents a piece for Divx titles. I'm cool with that. So let's take a look at what I got. We have Die Hard with a Vengeance. Very awesome. Night Falls on Manhattan. I've actually never seen this one. The classic Waterworld. The Prophecy 2. Disturbing Behavior. Sling Blade. Wings of the Dove, another title I've not seen. Office Killer, another one I've not seen, but this actually looks pretty cool. That's Molly Ringwald in it. That's awesome. But I've never seen this one. The End of Violence, again, another one I haven't seen. Best of the Best, that I have seen. Great movie. Velvet Goldmine, I've actually never seen this one either. Blues Brothers 2000 movie everybody hates. I don't really have anything necessarily wrong with it. Obviously, the original's a classic. But I don't hate this movie. I just think it's, again, it's not as good, but not even nearly as good. But I don't hate this movie like everybody else does. Hard Rain, great one. Love that movie. Scent of a Woman. Very cool. Time Cop. Here we go. Bullworth. Now, I was actually just given the soundtrack to this. I'm going to pick this movie up and check it out. Next time I come across it on DVD, I'm going to have to pick it up, check it out, and yeah, I'm going to grab myself a copy of this next time I come across it. Check the movie out. I've only ever seen like bits and pieces of this film, so I'll check it out. I'll check out the soundtrack too, and yeah, so very cool to have that on Divx. Then we have Operation Condor, which is the sequel to... It's a sequel to Operation Condor 2. Yeah, look at the information on that. It's ridiculous. Operation Condor is... There's Operation Condor, there's Operation Condor 2 here in the U.S. That's what they were titled. Well, Operation Condor 2 actually was the first movie, and Operation Condor was the second movie. It's stupid. Then we have Paulie, which I've never seen. And finally, some classic Dolph Lundgren here with Blackjack. Very awesome. This is a really cool pickup. So very, very cool. Again, Divx titles just... That's it. Looks very much like a DVD. Almost exactly like a DVD. But it's not. It's a Divx disc. There you go. Your complete satisfaction is very important to Divx. For this reason, we request that you call us directly if you experience any problems with your discs. Please do not return this disc to a retail store. Call Divx at 1-888-456-DIVX. Should I call that number? Complain that I can't watch these? I'm not going to do that. But anyway, very cool. Again, I love it. There's all the chapters right there. So cool. I absolutely love when new, this disc includes one limited viewing period. A registered Divx feature DVD player is required for use. Yes. So cool. So look up, if you want, look up information on this. Now, this Divx is different than the more modern Divx. A lot of people go, oh, well, my DVD player says Divx. I don't know. That's a whole different thing. There's this Divx, and there's like the Divx that that you will, like, newer DVD players will say like Divx on it. It's a whole different thing. Same name, different product. So yeah, that can get a little confusing, but I assure you it's a different thing. But look up the information on this. It's pretty cool. Again, it's a failed rental system through Circuit City, where like you basically you bought a disc. You got the disc. The disc was yours, and then you could watch it one time, and unless you like call the number that like your DVD player was hooked up through like the phone line, and that's how it worked. It worked through phone lines. You put this in, and it like, I guess you typed in your account or something like that. I don't know exactly how it worked, but it knew that this disc was registered, and then you could watch it one time, and then if you wanted to renew it, you could watch it more times, or I think you could like renew it to watch it like infinity times, but it only lasted a couple years. It was a failed rental system, but it's very, very cool, very interesting. And even though I cannot watch these, I think they're really cool. I love picking them up. I love collecting them. I got a bunch in my collection already, and now I got a bunch more. I'm probably one of the few people in the world who have a boatload of these. I don't think many people collect Divx, but I love picking these up. Big fan of grabbing those. And again, a lot of cool stuff right here as well. So all that from the indoor flea market. Very cool to come across that. Very cool to find that. And I cannot wait to head back out there in maybe like a month or so and stop out there again and see what they got. I mean, such cool stuff. So I'd say yesterday was definitely a day of more obscure formats. I mean, finding the HD DVDs, very cool. Finding those UMDs, very cool. And then finding a boatload of Divx titles. That was awesome. Yesterday was definitely a day of awesomeness. I mean, the fact that, again, I found such obscure formats, very cool. I don't usually come across that many obscure formats like in one day, plus finding 2 new flea markets. Crazy. Very awesome. Just, get headed out to the Hershey, Pennsylvania area on a whim. Wasn't even initially planning on going out there, and it totally paid off. The cinema gods were smiling upon me, and I found some fantastic stuff. So, yeah, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, check it out. See all the cool stuff I found at the first flea market. Yeah, this was the second flea market. Definitely a great day. So, anyway, guys, that is it. So, like I always say, if you like this video, please give me a like. If you are not already subbed, please do. And if you are not already over at cinemasickness.com, head on over there, check it out. There's a lot more to see there than just these videos. All kinds of up-to-date information on deals that I find that are going on. Up-to-date information on what I'm currently up to. Also, if you like my videos, definitely check out the videos from Team Sickness as well. A lot of great collection updates and reviews from those guys and gals. And of course, while there, be sure to click on the merchandise tab and purchase yourself a Cinema Sickness sticker, a Cinema Sickness button, or a Cinema Sickness t-shirt. This is one of 6 designs you can choose from. This is kind of the redesign of the Spice World. Spice World's my favorite movie t-shirt that I did. I redesigned this one. I redesigned the iHeart physical media shirts. I just basically kind of redid the logo, like the Cinema Sickness logo, kind of placed things a little different. I think it looks a little bit nicer now than when the logo was really little, underneath this Spice Girls here. Anyway, looks nicer now. So love this shirt. Big fan. Again, this is one of 6 designs you can choose from. So purchase a t-shirt. Show your support. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, while there, you can find links to all my social media sites, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Listia, everything. It is all there at cinemasickness.com. So that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic Monday. Hope you have a great week. And I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday. So that's it, guys. Goodbye.